So I have found myself validating myself a lot more recently, and it's very interesting too because this is something that was the exact opposite for me growing up. I've been gaslit, I've been invalidated, I've been told that whatever it is that I'm experiencing is not real, or that it's not good enough, that it's, just it's not. So, what I found myself doing is, like, say for instance, stress, right? So, whenever I find myself being stressed, it's kind of interesting because it's a little bit from the past. It's a little bit of what I'm used to, but I'm also catching myself, right? So there's like, come on, man. What are you stressed about, right? That energy of like, oh, your emotions, they're so burdensome. But then I stop myself and I'm like, no, really, man. What are you stressed about? What is it? What's there? And the more I do that, the more I actually allow myself space to just be with it, to feel it, to understand that it's there and that it's real and that it's valid. Instead of listening to all these voices from the past of, oh, come on, can't be that bad. What do you really stress? What do you have to be stressed about? Come on, no. And the more I sit with those voices, the more I'm like, ugh. But then I allow myself to just be like, it's all right, man. You're allowed to be stressed. What are you stressed about? And the really cool thing, too, that I've noticed about allowing myself to just sit with the stress is that I actually start to ask myself questions. And these questions are like, all right, well, what is it that you're stressed about? Let's sit with it. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. And then it's like, I don't know, maybe it's something in regards to finances. Maybe it's something in regards to anything else, right? This is everything that I didn't allow myself to. Well, I mean, it was kind of challenging, in the past and everything. But this space of awareness that I'm in now, where I'm validating myself and I'm allowing myself to, I didn't really know that there would be this entire universe of like wisdom and understanding that comes with, just sitting with whatever it. You don't really get to sit with whatever's there when you're being gaslighted or invalidated or told that whatever it is that you're experiencing is fake or that it's halfway or not real, right? You really don't even step foot in that territory. And what I've noticed is that when I actually just like let go of the tension and allow myself to sit inside of whatever is there, be it stress, whatever it is, anger, frustration. I've been invalidated out of all of that stuff. I've been gaslighted out of all of that stuff. Um, so the more I allow myself to sit with the emotion and just like, yeah, there's stress there. Why are you stressed? What is it, dude? What is it, bud? Just sitting there with it. And the more I do that, the more questions arise. Questions being, okay, well, where is this stress coming from? Right? What is the source? What is the root of it all? And the more I do that, the more answers come. And the more they show me what is necessary. And I'm still learning to drive the vehicles that are anger and frustration and all these different things. It's kind of like these things are still new to me, right? Um Earlier on in life, I didn't give people pushback on things, right? I learned that I wasn't allowed to feel different things like anger, frustration, all that stuff. I learned that I wasn't allowed to feel that. Um, So it's very interesting to be continuing to learn to drive these vehicles that are these emotions. So as I validate myself and as I'm much more like, yeah, that's real. I'm stressed. Here's why. Right? I know why. The more, the dots connect and everything, and I understand why things are happening, the more people are actually getting pushback from me. When I say pushback, I mean, nah. A whole bunch of that. A whole bunch of boundaries. You just stepped over my boundaries. Goodbye. You know? And it's very interesting too, but I'm really enjoying validating myself. I am, because I gave other people so much power because I couldn't see things clearly. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that people were without boundaries, and because of that they were stepping all over mine, even though mine were also non-existent because I didn't really have boundaries either. But it's not fun to be gaslit or gaslighted, however you want to say it. It's not fun to be invalidated. It's not fun to be led to believe that whatever it is that you're feeling or experiencing is not real. It's not fun. It's not. It makes you feel really unconfident. I think that's the word to use. It makes you feel like you're not legit, and that sucks. So, yeah, validating myself recently has been an awesome experience, and I'm super excited to see how it continues to unfold. There are going to be a lot of questions that I'm going to be asking myself. I'm going to be gaining a lot more clarity on behalf of what all this stuff means and where it's coming from. And yeah, I'm excited to continue to learn to be my own best friend because that's really what this journey is all about. You know, um, for years now, and before I even read it anywhere, I started to understand this. And that is that the first and foremost important relationship that anybody, but in this case myself, can form for myself is my relationship with myself. That's the most important one. My relationship with myself is the most important relationship that I can form. And so when I become familiar and aware of and with